Last season, Leicester City missed out on a Champions League place and had to settle for a 5th place finish on the Premier League table when Jamie Vardy was unable to score in their final 2-0 defeat of the campaign against Manchester United at King Power Stadium. The manager, fans, TV anchors and even the bookmakers had expected Leicester's calculable attacker, who won the Golden Boot after scoring 23 goals and registering 5 assists during the same season, to net against the Manchester-based club that evening. Such is the importance of goals from the Foxes' talismanic striker, who became the most expensive footballer in non-league history when Leicester paid over £1 million for his services. The striker, who turned 34 this month, is showing no signs of slowing down and remains a genuinely electric presence at the top end of the King Power Stadium pitch. Vardy became the 29th player to score a century in the English top flight in July last year, with his 103 Premier League goals coming in 210 games after he debuted in the competition in the 2014-15 season at the age of 27. The talismanic forward broke the Premier League's oldest top scorer record held by former Chelsea star Didier Drogba, who claimed the same award in the 2009-10 season. Vardy also broke the record for scoring in 11 consecutive matches between August and December 2015. The English striker broke the record 12 years after the longest goal-scoring streaks held by Ruud van Nistelrooy. Many thought that the departure of Riyad Mahrez to Manchester City would affect Vardy's scoring form, but the 34-year-old English international proved his doubters wrong by scoring 18 goals in the following season. Vardy has never let his club down after stringing together some incredible and memorable performances for the club over the years. It's easy to imagine strikers of his age finding themselves on the bench, but he seems to have found a new youth. And the fans have every right to tie up great expectations with their star striker, without whom their dream of lifting the league title for the first time in the club's history would not have been possible. Not just the league title alone, but Vardy's contributions during a tough 2014-15 campaign are there for everyone to see when Leicester were desperately looking to get some points to remain in the English top flight. The English international, who ended up as last season's top scorer above Aubameyang and Danny Ings, has played an influential role in Leicester's pursuit to avoid relegation in the season before they were declared champions. A dismal run of form saw the English outfit slip to the bottom of the league table with only 19 points from 29 matches, but Leicester were able to finish 14th after recording 7 wins from their final 9 league meetings. The Foxes have to plan for life without their top scorer after Brendan Rodgers has confirmed that Vardy will be out of the squad for several weeks. The former Fleetwood Town forward will go under the knife for a minor hernia, which has been a problem for him since the start of the season. "We've got Jamie Vardy who will be out for a few weeks," manager Brendan Rodgers said at his press conference. "We've been managing him over the last number of months and he's been fantastic, but we have a window now that allows him to have a minor operation on his hernia. Then he'll be back in a few weeks. It's one that doesn't keep him out for too long. It's a repair around that hernia area. It's one that we feel we can't put off for much longer. We were hoping to do it a few weeks back, but this is a window where we can get it done, and then that will leave him with a good part of the season where he can really be influential for us." He's not scored since Christmas, but Leicester have still managed to get some decent results and remain unbeaten in that time. James Maddison and Harvey Barnes have both stepped in to fill the void and scored 3 in their last 5 matches. The talismanic striker has not scored in their 5 league games, but the Foxes have still managed to win 3 fixtures and drawn twice. The Foxes have lost just once in their last 10 games in all competitions and still are considered genuine title contenders. Leicester lie 3rd in the table, just 2 points off leaders Manchester United. "We've played without Jamie before and scored goals and won games," Rodgers said. "He's a very important player for us, and even in these last number of games when he hasn't scored, he's contributed to the team and other players have scored. There's no doubt that when you don't have one of the top strikers in the league available, it's disappointing, but we've always tried to rely on the collective, and you will have seen that. This season, we've had long periods without key players, and we've managed to find results. So it's not overly concerning. It's a period where we have to do without him, but it's our best chance of getting the operation in, getting him back, and then he's going to be ready for a huge part of the season." With the former England international on the treatment table, the Foxes are left with only 2 recognised forwards in Ayoze Perez and Nigerian international Kelechi Iheanacho. The Nigerian forward is yet to open his goal-scoring account this term, while Perez is struggling for goals with just 1 goal in 11 appearances. The 29-year-old Spanish forward scored in Leicester's 2-1 win against Sheffield United at Bramall Lane. Rodgers still feels his team can come out clean during this difficult period and has backed Perez and Iheanacho to step up adequately. I've got other players. Jose Perez is a natural striker. A different type, of course. He doesn't threaten the back line as quickly as Jamie, but he's got other strengths. He's a great finisher, very composed in front of goal, and I've got Kells, who also can come in and offer a threat with his power and strength. Leicester City will now continue their title pursuit without its talisman. Vardy has been influential in their title chase so far, having already scored 13 goals and delivered 4 assists in all competitions. Hard to imagine that Vardy managed to achieve these positive numbers despite suffering from the discomfort at the start of the season. It's certainly not the best time to lose your top scorer, given his absence could prove to be a massive difference maker in their pursuit to be a repeat of their fairy tale 2016 title win. Leicester have a hectic fixture list coming up, and they really need to survive it without their main striker. The Foxes will play Everton, Leeds United, Fulham and Wolverhampton Wanderers in the coming weeks, before hosting the champions Liverpool on February 13th. They also have a cup tie against Brighton and Hove Albion on February the 10th. There is a call from certain Foxes fans that the English outfit should have invested in a potential heir by now to goal-scoring hero and record setter Vardy. A lot of people would agree that it will be difficult to find a successor to a legend and such a productive player without paying an astronomical fee. However, with Vardy now injured while the January transfer window is still wide open, questions will be raised again. Of course, the backdrop is the club always has to be looking forward and planning forward, not just in Jamie's position but in every position. It's something that's an ongoing process with every player. My job is to maximise the best we can get out of Jamie while he's here, and in my time here, hopefully we've shown he's developing and continuing to develop. At that age, you can still develop and improve on and off the pitch, and he's consistently showed that to me. According to various news sources in England, Rodgers is trying to convince the owners to sign Danny Ings from Southampton. Rodgers is a big fan of the 28-year-old English striker with whom he worked during his time at the Merseyside club. The Northern Irish tactician wants to make amends after he could not play Ings as often as he would have liked during his managerial stint at Anfield in presence of more established offensive options at hand, including Daniel Sturridge and Luis Suarez. But the arrival of Ings would only be possible if the manager himself remained at Leicester. Things are looking really complicated for Leicester at the moment, but let's see which way the wind blows. One thing is certain, Leicester will find it extremely difficult to challenge for the league title or even claim a Champions League berth this season if they can't get Vardy back into action before their crunch league meeting with Liverpool in February. And in the longer term, they definitely need to sign a replacement for the aging striker, without whom they're not even considered a real threat by other clubs.